Dear friends, today I will share a heart-wrenching story of a cruel woman whose actions will shock you to the core. Her fate was so severe that she was transformed into a donkey by the wrath of Allah. What sin did she commit to deserve such a punishment? Listen to this story from beginning to end, as it carries a valuable lesson for all of us. In a certain village, there lived a pious woodcutter who was deeply devoted to Allah. From a young age, Allah had chosen him to be among his special servants. The woodcutter's wife was also a righteous woman, and together they spent their lives worshiping Allah. The couple was blessed with a beautiful son, whom they loved dearly. However, after the birth of their child, the woodcutter's wife fell ill, and despite all efforts to save her, she passed away. The woodcutter was heartbroken, but continued to work hard to provide for his son. He would take his son with him to the forest, feed him goat's milk, and let him sleep under a tree while he prayed. As the son grew older, the woodcutter decided it was time for him to marry, hoping that a daughter-in-law would help manage the household and allow him to focus on his worship. Little did he know that his daughter-in-law would turn out to be a cruel and oppressive woman. After the marriage, the woodcutter gave one room to his son and daughter-in-law, while he used the other room for his prayers. His son worked in the fields and reminded his wife to take care of his father, as he was a devout man who spent his time in worship. Initially, the daughter-in-law managed the household chores, but soon she began to neglect her duties. She would stay in her room all day, leaving the woodcutter to cook, clean, and take care of the house. Despite his old age and failing health, the woodcutter continued to serve his daughter-in-law, all while maintaining his prayers and devotion to Allah. His son, unaware of the situation, believed his wife was taking good care of his father. One day, the woodcutter fell ill due to exhaustion and lack of sleep. His daughter-in-law showed no mercy, forcing him to work even in his weakened state. She would insult him, prevent him from praying, and even physically abuse him. The woodcutter endured all this silently, not wanting to cause trouble in his son's household. He would pray in secret, asking Allah for strength and forgiveness. One day, while the woodcutter was reciting the Quran, his daughter-in-law tried to snatch the holy book from him. As soon as she touched the Quran, her body began to transform. Her hands and feet twisted, and her face took on the appearance of a donkey. She had been turned into a donkey as a punishment from Allah for her cruelty and disrespect towards his pious servant. When the woodcutter's son returned home, he was shocked to see his wife in this state. Realizing the truth, he expelled her from the house. The donkey woman became a lesson for the entire village, and eventually wild animals in the forest killed her. The woodcutter's son later married a pious woman who respected his father and supported his devotion to Allah. Together, they lived happily, and the woodcutter spent his remaining days in peace, worshiping Allah. At the end, this story teaches us the importance of respecting and caring for our elders, especially those who are devoted to Allah. Cruelty and oppression, especially towards the pious, invite severe punishment from Allah. Let us strive to be kind, patient, and respectful, and never hinder anyone from worshiping Allah.